Hello everyone. Hope everyone is well. Welcome to Yarn with Heart. My name's Kathy. I cannot believe there are only 4 days until July 25th. Thank you so much for the kind comments. I do love to hear from you and read each and every comment, and I reply to each one. Maybe sometimes I'm a bit delayed in replying, but I do appreciate you all so much. And thank you for sending me well wishes. I did have a much better sleep the past 2 nights, and I definitely feel on the upswing. For today, I am sharing a new way that I will be organizing some of my yarn. That is, I reorganized yarn that I kind of made a mess of when I was using it so frequently in blankets, hats, and scarves this year. And also, I will explain why I changed the way I organize it. First, though, let's start with the next item that will be part of our 300 subscriber prizes. Today's gift is to add to the non-wool gift box, and it is another of the donuts of yarn that my husband helped me to find. It was purchased at Lovely Knitting, and today is a third cute donut. It's a donut of Online Trend Collection yarn, and this one's color number is number 10. The other two from previous days are a blue one and a pretty silver gray one, so they all go together really nicely. This one is 50 grams, 80 meters, and uses a 5.5 to a 6 millimeter hook or needles. It's made of 78% cotton and 22% silk. To enter the non-wool draw, please, I'll show you here. Please use the word tree. And for the wool draw, the secret word is truck. So I have 2 of these diamond art ornaments that I thought I'd show you today. So yeah, the secret words are tree for the non-wool draw and truck for the wool draw. If you'd like your name to be on both wheels, then absolutely feel free to use both words in your comment. Also, the draws for the 2 winners will be on July 25th, and check back on July 23rd, as I will add things to both the wool and non-wool gifts on that day. So now it is time to open another of the yarny gifts that Diane has sent for me. This is gift number 10, and it's been such fun watching Diane's videos, and I hope that you will join in and pop over and watch to see the fun that she has in store for us tomorrow. So here we go. Let's open this one. Let's see what's here. I remembered the scissors today, which was good. Wow, this one's got some tape on it. Okay, I haven't peeked. I'm going to give you guys the first look. Let's see. my turn. Ooh, I like the color. Oh, wow. This is so nice. And there's 2 of them. Wow. It feels so nice. It is Barocco Medina, 37% cotton, 36% acrylic, 27% viscose. The color is 4784. Oh, wow. 295 yards. This is gorgeous. Look at that. It feels so nice. Now you'll have to excuse if there's a little dirt under my nails. I tried my best to clean them, but I've been doing a bit of work with my plants. So there we go. It says to use a 4mm knitting needle. And let me see, a 3.75mm crochet hook. Beautiful. This is gorgeous yarn. Ooh, I'm excited to see what I will make with this. Thank you, Diane. Thank you. There's 2 of these, and this is, oh, how many does it say? I can't see how many yards. Did I say how many yards? 2. I'm so excited, I can't even remember. 295 yards, 270 meters, 100 grams. Thank you. Wow, wow. Oh, it's so pretty. Well, thank you so much. Now, it's been such fun. And I look forward every day that I don't have a video. I look so forward to seeing what Diane has on her videos and watching her garden and watching her pictures of Nanook and all of the fun things that are happening in Manitoba. She's not my next door neighbor, but she's a neighbor in a province right next door. So her link is in the description box, and I hope you'll pop over there too and see what's happening on her channel. So now let's pick a card and see what we might find on the Gather and Dwell cards to see what's another fun activity to try. So today says, oh, dance to a holiday song. Now, my favorite, I don't know that I have a favorite Christmas song to dance to, but my sister and I used to love to dance at Halloween time. There was a song called The Monster Mash, and we used to dance to that as every time it would come on the radio. That's a fun memory. And as far as favorite Christmas music, I like all Christmas music. I can't pick a favorite. So if you have favorite holiday music or for any holiday, I'd love for you to put it in the comments if you'd like. And maybe we could do like we did with the movies and include a list so we can share with each other. So please feel free. There's no, don't feel that you have to, but if you'd like to, please include some ideas in the comments if you want. So now, about my yarn and a new way that I'm trying to make the best of using the yarn that I have. Just a little background. Originally, I simply organized my yarn by color, all the red together, all the orange together, all the yellow together, as far as my worsted weight yarn. And when I had more yarn, this worked well. I'm looking at it because I have some yarn right here. I have some shelves that are right by my desk. When I had more yarn, yeah, that worked. But this year I've been often working from my stash and really trying to buy a bit less. I'm not on a yarn diet, but I'm still buying yarn, but I'm buying less of it. So these yarns that I use mostly for blankets, hats, scarves, my donation yarn, it's not as plentiful as it was. And the dilemma, I would go to grab yarn for a blanket and find it wasn't in the same hook size, or it just would not work well together with the other yarn that I had in mind to use. So I have a new strategy, and I'm hoping that sharing about that here might be helpful. So I'm going to put a few short clips of video that I organized together to maybe help. So that's where these will be at this part of the video. Enjoy. So part of my new strategy, the first thing, I found all the small quantities of yarns in worsted weight and put them together so I can use those to plan a scrap blanket in the future, or I can use those to make yarn hat and scarf sets. So I will look here first for when I'm making hat and scarves and not pull from full skeins unless I need to. So these are all those part balls. And there's a little bit more here, and I'm just gonna have them in this tote so it'll be right by my chair and ready to go. This is an example of what I did next. I made a list of the brands and types of worsted weight yarn that I have the most quantity of and use the most often. I went to the Yarn Sub website and searched those brands and types to find what ones are excellent matches according to Yarn Sub, those ones that I have in my collection that have excellent matches to them, and also found which ones are good matches according to Yarn Sub that I have in my collection. I also, for those ones that are just a good match, I wrote down the reason that it wasn't an excellent match. For example, was the gauge slightly different, or was the yarn less dense or more dense? So that was the next step of what I did. And then I made sections of yarn according to these categories. Mostly it turns into sections where the yarns either worked with a 5.5 millimeter hook or worked with a 5 millimeter hook. Then within those hook sizes or categories, there were ones that had the same stitch count per 4 inches. And then I just organized those on my shelf according to color. I have this Word document that I made that indicates yarns that work well together. And I'm including this as an example. It is the first page of my document in case anyone would like to use that as a sample for their own starting point, and I'm hoping that it might be helpful for anybody. I'm going to now just show you a quick picture of the shelves of yarn that I have. They're not as pretty as it used to be when I organized just by color, but hopefully I'll be able to find yarns that work well together when I'm making larger projects like blankets. And yeah, I'm just going to show you. These are the shelves with the 5.5 millimeter hook yarns on them. There we go. And then my books that I refer to for knitting and crochet, and my magazines. And then just down here are the remainder of the ones that work with 5.5 millimeter hooks or needles. Now I'm going to pause. This is the section of yarn that works with 5 millimeter, I think. These are ones that come in the pound yarn by the pound, so there's no label on them, but the majority of them I think are ones that work with 5 millimeter. I will verify that by using a wraps per inch tool. And then down here, definitely these are the ones that work with 5 millimeter hooks or needles. And I tried to do a little bit of organizing according to color. There we go. And there's one more shelf. I do have more in this section that does work with a 5 millimeter rather than with the 5.5 millimeter. There we go. So that's how my yarn looks at the moment, and I do hope that it's helpful seeing this. It doesn't look as pretty as it did when I had it organized just by color, but I am hoping that it will help me to find the yarns that I need for the projects as I'm working on blankets. Enjoy. Take care. On my next video, Tuesday, July 23rd, I hope to show the start to a Christmas-themed blanket that I hope the whip will be a triple dip, as it will be a submission for 2 crochet alongs and eventually a Boggy Creek blanket if all goes well. Also, on that day, I will be opening another present from Diane, and of course, there will be more chances to enter the Wheel of Names for the July 25th draws. So enjoy your crochet and enjoy your knitting, and I hope to see you soon on July 23rd.